Today I am sharing a productivity plan with me. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today I am going to do a quick productivity plan with me. If you watched my 2022 bullet journal setup, I did a couple of workflow layouts, and I'm going to be talking about that today and explain that to you today. If you haven't checked it out, I've linked it down below. But basically here is my workflow productivity layout. I have my to-dos. This is called an Eisenhower Matrix. I have a mini little Kanban board going over here. And this is a 1-3-5 priorities layout method. So I learned these methods, especially the Eisenhower method and the 1-3-5 method, from my inner creative, who I have tagged down below so that you can check out her blog post. But I'm going to talk about it here as well. This is the Eisenhower Matrix. It's split into 4 boxes. You have urgent and important, important and not urgent, urgent and not important, and then not urgent and not important. So there's this whole group flow, workflow when you're working in a company that you can use this for. But for me, personally, I work for myself. So I've got my tasks here that I determine what's urgent and important, obviously, and then what's important to do and what's urgent to do. So that's kind of how I use it. I don't get as much use out of it since I'm not necessarily in a corporate environment, but there's still value here for me. So I did it, I created it. Then here we have a generic Kanban board. I have in progress, ongoing, expedited, on hold, and done. This is my favorite square to put sticky notes in. But basically, it's pretty much straightforward. Now for the 1-3-5 method, what you're looking for is the number 1 task that absolutely has to get done. Now, let me go back for a minute. This can be monthly, weekly, or daily. A lot of people use it for daily. I use it for monthly. I don't get as much time as I'd like dedicated to my work. So I kind of set bigger goals in terms of long-term getting it done. I actually, when I was setting this up, I can do this weekly instead of monthly, but it's not a huge deal. So number 1, it's the one thing that absolutely has to get done. So then you have 3 things that need to get done as well. So has to get done, need to get done, and then 5 things that would be nice to get done. So again, very straightforward, very simple. I'm going to probably use this for weekly, but we'll see how that goes. And then here are my to-dos. So my idea is to throw everything on sticky notes, put it in my to-dos, and then start working through it. Now, the reason why it is set up like this is because when we flip to our month and I have my to-do list and my goals for the month, I have this open that I can work with this and keep track of what I need to do for the month. So basically, these pages are going to hold what needs to be done for the year, or at least some of my tasks that I know I'm going to have to do throughout the year. And then I'm going to have my tasks that need to be done for the month. So let me show you how this is going to work. So I've already written down some stickies, and I'm going to start putting these down. So I am a little behind in my Patreon content. I'm not exactly where I want to be. So that's become very urgent and important. Then I have meal planning, which is important, but not urgent. Oh, and then these are the sticky note colors I've designated for those things. I say that, but my toddler got a hold of them. So I have to reconsider what I'm doing. Then I have content creation. I'm going to put this as important but not urgent. So for content creation, I have basic idea. I want to become more organized in how I set up my content and how I do my content. So I'm going to put that as important but not urgent. Then I have my spring collection that I do under my Natasha Miller Designs. This one I am going to also put under important. Actually, I'm going to move this one to urgent and important because I have a deadline coming up that I need to meet. And then I have a bullet journal set up, which is actually ongoing. So I'm going to stick that in there. That just is what it is. So I've already written out my stickies for my Patreon. So I have these guys ready to go. Okay, so there I have everything going. So now we're going to flip over to my February to-dos. So for January to-dos, I really want to do my February content schedule. So my monthly setup and sticker design is going to go in here as well. I already know what I want to do for that. I just have to create the files, so that's good. January, February, March, blank to brilliant for sure. I have one more description to write. I have a couple more videos to edit, and then those will be done. I want to finish my spring collection for Natasha Miller Designs, and then I have meal planning. So we're just going to take all of these guys and stick them down here. Okay. And then we're done with this because I can't do some of these until I'm done these. So we're going to close this up. And now we need to figure out what's the most important thing. So right now I have to finish that description. And then as soon as I'm done that, February will move into place there. I need to do my February content schedule. My monthly setup and sticker design go hand in hand, so we're just going to put those in there. I really want to finish my spring collection and get that going. And then meal planning. We're just going to stick these here. So do you see what I mean by this working out as more of a weekly situation? Yeah, I really want this more as a weekly situation. So I'm going to stick February in here, February and March down here, so that we can move those up. And that's basically my thinking. And so I actually finished my spring collection just before I jumped on video. So we're going to move this guy to done. And the next step will be to upload it to Spoonflower. Okay, so let's go back here. I'm going to move these guys up here and move that guy over there. And that's basically how it's going to work. And if I come up with more to-dos, I'm going to stick them in here. If my goals for the year change or if something comes up, I will be putting these sticky notes over here. Yeah, so that's basically how the system is going to work for me. I will be changing this to weekly because I think it's going to work out better for me doing things weekly and being able to see it. So lots of fun. I hope this inspired you and gave you an idea of how I plan to use my layouts. The best part is when I close my book, this just goes in there and you're done. So a fold out workflow planning system that I'm super excited to have shared with you. If you want to see me do this again in February, let me know. I might be more refined in February since I'll be more comfortable with my workflow and how I want things to go. But let me know down in the comments or over on Instagram if you'd like to see me do that again. In the meantime, you can head on over to the blog where I will be talking more about these different productivity methods. Thank you so much for watching today.